Thanksgiving week. And good morning, Dan. Always nice seeing you. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Good, good, good. Well, I know we've had a very turbulent few days in Ventura County and actually across most of the nation with COVID-19. And we've been pulled back to purple again. So would you kind of update us on what's going on with the purple tier and how it's affecting everything?
Yeah, it's disappointing, but it was somewhat anticipated when caseload started going up. And this, of course, is not unique to Ventura County. We saw it most notably in LA, and it started to, grow from there and really happening around the country, this spike. And of course, we're going into winter, so more people are indoors and not out as much. And it's just understandable that some of this is going up. We're pleased, though, that the purple tier, which we're now back in throughout the county, is not quite as restrictive as the same purple tier we were in over the summer. So, but what it means is that unfortunately our restaurants cannot have indoor dining. They can do outdoor dining and they can do takeout. That should continue. Both museums and indoor theaters and whatnot are going to have to close, and so will churches and religious entities.
Now the churches and the restaurants were actually allowed 25%. That's all they were allowed for inside approximately. Wasn't that it before with the red tier?
That's correct.
So they're all still set up for outside services and eating and all that, but still it's disappointing.
Yeah, and probably the hardest hit category is the fitness clubs. They were allowed to have like a 10% capacity inside and now have to be closed. Although I think they could have outdoor, classes and workouts, but it's really tough. And we're going into a period of time during the holidays and during gatherings where it's just obviously disappointing that we're in this situation. So it's so important that our folks try and support our local businesses, our local restaurants, especially during this holiday period, because this is a big part of their season.
Absolutely. This is their season. Yes, that's right. I thought of it, but Friday of next week is the beginning of, traditionally the beginning of Christmas shopping, and we've got so many great stores in town, and they've hung in it, but they did everything they could to stay in business to take care of Santa Paulans that want to shop locally and eat locally, and so we certainly owe it to them to keep them going.
That's right, and that's what we're going to be focused on. We're working with the Chamber of Commerce on a kind of a shop local campaign, reminding people to do that. We're also going to see on December 5th, I believe, a kind of a street fair over on Davis Street and maybe parts of Main Street. So doing what we can to support our businesses and celebrating the holidays in that way. And of course, asking people to distance and wear masks while they're outside.
Absolutely. Now, also our retailers, and we've got so many cute shops in town and things like that, they're still open. They
are. They've been also restricted to the number percentage of capacity, which means we'll start seeing people lining up again out on the sidewalk, because businesses will have to regulate how many people can be inside at a time. And that was pretty much almost lifted when we went to the red tier, because you were able to be at 50% capacity, and now it's back down to 25%.
What do you see in coming months, coming weeks?
Well, honestly, I expect we're going to be in this for most of the winter. There's almost no way that we'll see the purple tier lifted this year. I think best case scenario would be early January, but realistically, between the flu season and just the winter season and the spiking we're seeing, this virus is getting ahead of us. It's out there. People are getting it. The good news is that the people that are getting it are maybe some of the healthier folks, so their symptoms aren't as great. We're not seeing a spike in hospital beds or in ICU. And actually, as a percentage of our total caseload, the fatality rate is dropping, which
Yes.
is comforting. It's still a deadly disease, but as more people get it that are healthier and aren't having as severe symptoms, that's also a way of protecting ourselves, short of a vaccine, which hopefully we'll see this next year.
Now, I know that they reported 365 new cases confirmed yesterday in Ventura County. And in the last 3 days, they had as many cases reported as all of last week.
Yeah,
That's how much it spiked. And actually, as of yesterday, the hospitalization started to jump again. So
a little bit. The
Yeah.
county still has a great deal of capacity in that regard.
Absolutely.
So we're good in that sense. They're actively encouraging people to get tested. That was not the message just a few months ago. The message before was, if you think you have symptoms or you think you've been exposed or reason to be concerned, go get tested. Now, especially ahead of Thanksgiving, they're really encouraging healthy people to also get tested. And the reason for that is, number one, you may have it and not know it. And number two, the more people that are testing, it helps some of our factors for the positivity rate that we have to report to the state, which is what will allow us to go back down to the lower tiers. So the message for people gathering at Thanksgiving is to limit how many people are coming over, how many households, even if it's family members that are coming from afar, get tested, consider eating outdoors. Hopefully it'll be a lovely day. Wear your masks, do what you can to really prevent the spread of this.
Yeah. Well, I know too that they're saying that I think they say that ideally they would like to see like maybe 3 households at a time, and that's it.
That's correct. And between the state and the county, the message has been, maybe try and limit to 10 to 12 people.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So I think that's a good target.
Mm-hmm. And we've got our drive-through. We've got our drive-up, I should say, testing center here in Santa Paula on the
We do.
next to the museum.
It's
And
free, it's convenient. The test is not invasive, it's self-administered. It's open from, let's see,
I think Friday through Tuesday, is that it?
Yeah, that's right. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday.
Mm-hmm. And they will go ahead and email you or text you your results within 24 to 48 hours. You can't beat that.
Very convenient.
To help gauge how you're doing. And there is a lot of people out there that are asymmetric. They don't show any signs at all.
Right. And then they don't know that they're walking around with it and potentially spreading it.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the real good point. So Dan, that's a great update about a situation that the more we know of what we're doing though, the better off we are.
That's right.
Face it and adhere to it and do our best as individuals to try to track it down and get rid of it. So
it's so easy to be complacent, and we just need to be vigilant, especially during this holiday season. Still find ways to enjoy it. We live in a beautiful place with beautiful weather, and good people that are friendly. Wave at them. If you're walking outside, you don't have to have a mask on, but have one with you so that if you see your neighbors or you decide to pop into a shop somewhere, you can quickly put it on. And that way we stay as safe as possible.
Yeah, that's great. That's great advice, and I appreciate that. Is there anything else you'd like to bring up or talk about today before we sign on?
Well, I would just want to share that as hard as this last year has been for the city and for our community, and of course the impacts to our businesses, we were really grateful to report to the council last night that we finished our last fiscal year ahead of where we expected financially. And that was a real blessing. So we've been able to tuck some extra money away and put some more money towards our roads and accomplish a few other goals that the council has had. So it was a very positive report. And it's really thanks to our residents who are continuing to be consumers. Some of them, working on home projects and other honey-do lists that, that they hadn't been getting to when they were busy working. So, so far so good. And we just encourage people, like I said, to keep shopping, try and keep as much of a normal lifestyle as you can.
Okay, that's great. And of course, Thanksgiving is next week, and I'm wishing you a happy Thanksgiving.
And I to you and to our community.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And to the community, we won't be broadcasting next week, so we're going to take the week off. And Dan, as always, thank you so much for visiting and keeping us updated and an important message for the community, and always appreciate it.
Thank you, Peggy, and thanks to all you do to keep the community informed, as well as KADY TV, and it's a great partnership.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And everybody out there, don't forget, you're going to be washing your hands, and you're going to be wearing that mask, and you're going to stay 6 feet away, and you're going to do everything you can do to really stop this spread of COVID. And everybody stay well and have a wonderful Thanksgiving, albeit maybe a smaller Thanksgiving, but have a wonderful Thanksgiving, and we'll see you soon. Thank you so much. Once again, I'm Peggy Kelly of the Mighty Santa Paula Times. Thank you. Bye-bye.